Hey, everybody, it's another Midwest Farm Report ride-along. It's our opportunity to accept invitations from the industry to show you the latest technologies and innovations that today's farmers are using and will be using in the future. And like I said, it could come from a lot of different places. It might be new software that's helping us manage our cows. It could be a brand new screen display in a tractor or a cab somewhere. It could be something like what we're discussing today, new innovations in technology that's going to be coming to a bag near you, hopefully performing for you very, very well against corn rootworm. We are in Malta, Illinois, north central Illinois, at a beautiful Syngenta research facility where I'm talking with our friend Bruce Battles. He is the head of technical data for Syngenta. What does that mean, head of technical data? Do you have all kinds of charts and graphs that I'm going to be looking at later?
All kinds of charts and graphs, but a lot of that's collecting the data too as well. So I lead a small team of technical agronomy, research agronomists that get to go out and touch and feel a lot of new products 1 to 2 years prior to commercialization, really start to understand how they're going to fit in the marketplace. More importantly, what's the value going to be to our customers. So.
Did you get excited when they said another corn rootworm product coming your way, Bruce?
Always happy to see another one. Yeah, unfortunately, corn rootworm is one of those pests that never goes away. And I think if you have corn rootworm in your title, you're always going to have a job.
And you're part of a team. That's the other thing you'll really notice about Syngenta is it's not an individual. It's not just two individuals. You have a whole team of people that lead you up for success. You guys collaborate a lot. Tell me a little bit about the evolution of DuraStack.
Yeah, exactly. It does start, when you think about a trait and a trait stack like DuraStack, it really started with early developments at our North Carolina side at RTP. Yeah. So we're constantly screening new traits and new compounds there. And this is one that's come through multiple years of that process, really, that leads up to it. And it seems like it'd be easy in the layman world, right? You just cross this with that and you have a product. But it's really the compilation of multiple years of effort and narrowing in. So we like to talk about speed, but we also like to talk about confidence and taking our time and getting it right. And along with that, having all the regulatory packages and making a sustainable product that's going to have legs under it after we get into the marketplace.
So you were involved in the conversations early while they were going through all that evaluation, and then they turn you and say, here you go, Bruce. Tell me when you start coming into play as far as DuraStack.
Yeah, really, we started working with DuraStack about 3 years ago. So we still hadn't reached registration yet, but we went out and found locations across the Midwest and some of the higher pressure corn rootworm situations. So this is where we kind of moved from these artificial environments, lab environments, into real life scenarios that our customers face every day. So we intentionally picked out locations that are higher pressure and problematic in the past, right? Where growers actually had difficulty controlling rootworm in those fields, and took these products to those fields and tested them firsthand.
Yeah, we were talking about how the redundancy of technology with corn rootworm, we've kind of gotten into a little bit of a rut. You may not realize it unless you look at your bag, but the technology needed a refresh, and Syngenta took it upon themselves to come up with that refresh. Molecular technology. I mean, some of the stuff we used back in the day, as they say, Bruce, when we tried to battle corn rootworm, was scary stuff. Now, high science is making it not easy, but definitely more efficient and effective.
Definitely. It's that philosophy of working smarter, not harder, right? Even though we are working harder in the process of it behind the scenes that most people don't see. But a molecular stack is really just a process that we use that it adds a lot of precision to it. So the old school way of doing it is using a breeding stack, right? So there's these traits that are out there in the marketplace, and you cross them across different lines, and then you back cross them out. And anytime you go through that process, there's always hitchhikers that we talk about, right? You never get perfectly down to exactly what you want when you start back crossing out. And that's what we lived in historically. Whereas now we can insert multiple genes together into a stack and insert them cleanly and purely at one shot without all the baggage that comes with it. So this is more precise, but also it gives us time as well. That allows us early, as we look at our portfolio of inbred donors that we want to have out there, we can fill our portfolio of those inbreds up and insert the trait into them quicker and faster. And that really just leads the process to enable more hybrids that are developed and go to the marketplace quicker.
Right. And really, that is part of the benefit that Syngenta is bringing to the marketplace. This is a product that moved relatively quickly to get to the bag, coming to the commercial market end of 2026 for planting season 2027. Bruce Battles along with us. He's the head of technical data here at Syngenta. We're talking about DuraStack. So you've been in the business for a while. I've got to ask you, what did you get excited about when you saw some of the data sets on DuraStack when they said, okay, Bruce, we've got it this far. Here's your baby. What got you excited about what you saw? Because you get to see a lot of different products.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, one of the biggest things looking purely at the data was consistency. It offered a consistent product, and it was actually a 2x reduction in the overall damage to our previous traits that we've had. So the next level of control that we're seeing and being able to offer to our customers are, compared to our current products that we're selling. So that's probably the first thing. Secondly, is that it opens the pathway to new genetics. We're not going to introduce this trait into old genetics, and vice versa. Our customers are not wanting, old traits with new genetics or new traits with old genetics, either one. And so this is our pathway to deliver some of the new elite germplasm to the marketplace for the first time. But probably the biggest thing that excited me at the end of the day was it gives an opportunity for our customers to really access another choice. So in the marketplace, you really think about it that competitively, it's a small marketplace. A lot of people getting their germplasm and traits from one central source. And anything with the DuraStack trait is coming from a different gene pool, a different set of germplasm with new opportunities for next level yield opportunities.
Now you're going to get them all excited, Bruce, and they're going to say, well, where can I go get this? It doesn't happen quite that fast, but 2026 could be kind of an exciting year, eh?
Definitely. We're gearing up for 2026. In 2026, we're going to have it out in our early stage trialing. Yeah. So we've got a new round of commercialization that just occurred this fall. And so we've got 3 or 4 new DuraStack hybrids that are going to be out in what we call our field evaluation trials. And that's really the signs when you drive down the road, you see the signs at the end along the highway. Those are the plots that's going to be in this year. So may not have the scale and magnitude of number of units we want out there in that first year, but this is the first chance for our dealers, our customers really to take it and get their firsthand experience with it and understand how it fits on with their customers and their own farms.
The hors d'oeuvre before the main course. Bruce Battles along with us. So what have farmers told you? I mean, they're usually pretty straightforward. Whether it is labeled or not, they'll say that one came out pretty good, or I like what that one's doing. What's been just kind of the ancillary comments you picked up? From maybe your research guys that are out in the field, they're the ones that are doing some of the hand labor in that. What are they saying?
I think a lot of the similar things what we said, we see consistency in product, and you can, so we dig thousands and thousands of roots every year and evaluate performance, right? And so when you're doing that, you try to do it scientifically, you try to do it blindly, so you're not biased by rating one over another, and just being able to see like, yeah, that's probably a DuraStack root every time. That's some of the feedback from my team, my scientists, is being able to pick out that step change in performance just as quick as you pick that root up off the table and start to look at it and evaluate it.
Cool. I'm excited. That's just an example of the new technology that's helping farmers become more efficient, protecting the environment compared to where we were with corn rootworm control a couple decades ago. And like we said, it's a sign of the innovation that agriculture is always looking for. Syngenta on the cutting edge with DuraStack. Bruce Battles along with us. Again, he is the head of technical data with Syngenta. He's been baby stepping this product to the marketplace, like we said, 2026. Pay attention, it'll be that pork chop dinner. Come on out to the field with a water jug and take a look at those plants up close and personal, available for the planting season of 2027, fingers crossed. Another reason why we make the Midwest Farm Report ride-alongs happen, taking industry inventions to you and letting you know the latest innovations and technologies that are coming to farm fields in Wisconsin. With Bruce Battles here in Malta, Illinois, at the beautiful Syngenta Research Facility, I'm Pam Yankee.